Talking about some Detroit Lions news and rumors, and today I scoured the net just for some topics to talk about. We're going to talk about 3 trade options from Fansided. I'll go over it, react to it, as well as talk about Will Harris and what Dan Campbell said about him, and also 5 players who should not return per article in 2023. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a real smart and sound idea to dive headfirst in a pool of lava, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can just get melted. Also, make sure you take that like button with you and let that bad boy get going. Let's get into today's Lions news and rumors. If you're Will Harris, I guess you got to relax and chill out and not worry too much because why? Dan Campbell really likes him. Now, we know Will Harris is not a good safety. He played poor for the Detroit Lions ever since he has been here, and that's why we have a big need at the safety position. He is one of the reasons why. With that said, Dan Campbell likes him. And apparently Dan Campbell decided to invent a new position for him called safety. Why? Because last year he played nickel corner and he excelled, much improved compared to what he did at the safety position. And so I think he's going to be on this team. He's probably going to be in positions like that. Again, this year, it'll be interesting to see how that one works out for sure. Look, I am not a fan of Will Harris at the safety position. He did a poor job, and it hurts our defense. With that said, I have no problem with the Lions attempting to do the best they can and put him to position to succeed like he did last year at the corner position. And if he can be a help to the Detroit Lions, that's great. But if he can't, he needs to go because we need to have the best 53 on this roster. We know what he did last year and years before at safety. Not good. But he got a little bit better at the corner position. We'll see how this goes in training camp, the battles take on, because we did get more corners, and guess what? They're probably a little bit better than he is at the position. But let me know in the comment section below, are you willing to trade out of the number 2 pick in the 2022 NFL Draft? Let me know in the comment section below. This is going to be the pinned comment as we talk about this issue in the upcoming slides. But first, Fansided decided to give a list of 5 players that the Detroit Lions should get rid of in 2023. 5 on the list. There's Michael Brockers, defensive tackle, edge, whatever you want to call him. I agree with this. I don't think he's going to be back in 2023. I thought he wouldn't even be here in 2022, but they value his leadership, and as the Detroit Lions get better depth at the interior defensive line, that will spell his exit out of Detroit. I agree with that. 4, Jared Goff, not returning in 2023. That's what they believe. I kind of disagree with this one, not because I'm a big, giant Jared Goff fan, because if the Detroit Lions do not draft a quarterback this year, I suspect having him next year as the Lions pick a young quarterback in 2023, potentially, you want someone to groom. You don't just want to throw this young quarterback in the fire. Be nice to have the young quarterback at least sit behind the veteran for some time before, if they decide to go young quarterback in 2023. Alex Anzalone, 100% agree here. Shouldn't be back next year. The Detroit Lions should be drafting linebackers in this year's draft to be able to take over the position. We need to get better at that position. He shouldn't be back. Number 2, David Blough, obvious. He shouldn't be back this year. I don't even know why he come back. The Lions need to get better at the backup quarterback position. He's not the future of this football team. He's not. Tim Boyle, why would we bring him back? It doesn't really make any sense. So I agree with that one as well. Let me know what you guys think about this list. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Throw in a name of you think. Now let's get into some trade options for the Detroit Lions by Fansided again. They're rocking it today. Appreciate their work. They gave 3 teams the Lions should trade with, one being the Jets, to get 2 picks in the top 15 from these teams. So the Detroit Lions would trade pick 2 to the Jets, so the Jets would get pick 2. The Lions would get pick 4. It says 3 in here, but it's really 4. and the Jets would get pick 32. So they would have 2 first-round picks. The Lions then would have pick 4, not 3, and pick 10. So the Lions have 2 top 10 picks. The Jets get a better pick. I actually like this trade a lot, actually. Of all the trades on this list, I think this is the best one because you're still going to get the player you probably want at 2 at 4, not 3, and you're going to pay a little bit less. Then you get in pick 10, you're going to be able to get another player for the Detroit Lions to help them out. And the Jets get their elite left tackle. That's probably what they're going to go for if they were to do this trade, Ike Mekwonwu, and pick 32 to help this out. Lions would still have 2 picks in the first round, just 1 much improved compared to 32. Let me know what you guys think about this trade for sure. I think, again, like I was saying before, I think it's a pretty good trade. I'd definitely go with it. I have no problem with that. You'd have pick 4, pick 10, and you still have pick 34 in the second round. I think that is a positive for sure. Y for yes and for no. Would you make that trade there? Let me know what you guys think upon this one. Let's go to the next trade for the Detroit Lions. This one's a little more difficult if you ask me. This trade revolves around the New York Giants. The Detroit Lions would get pick 7, so they're giving up all this stuff to get pick 7. So you'd still have pick 2, then you'd have pick 7. So just keep that in mind. The Giants would get pick 32, the Lions' last first-round pick. They'd get pick 97, Lions' third-round pick, a 2023 third-round pick, and Taylor Decker. I don't like this trade. I don't. You're still going to get value at round 3. You still are. The Detroit Lions need multiple players. Then you'd have to give up a 2023 third-round pick. What if the Detroit Lions want to be able to trade up for a quarterback? You would have less ammunition, and you'd have to give up Taylor Decker. I don't like that trade. I just don't think it's good enough for the Lions. I think just stay where you're at that point. Keep your draft picks. I don't want to give up amount of draft picks that's going to hurt this team because it's important to be able to draft depth, and that's exactly what they would do if they stayed at the picks instead of giving up more picks. Let's go to this Ravens trade really quick. Talk about it right now. The last trade on the list from Fansided was the Detroit Lions would get the 14th pick. So they still have pick 2. They would still have that pick, and they'd have pick 14. But the Detroit Lions would have to give up their 32nd pick and the first pick in this, or the second pick in the second round, pick 34. The Lions would get a 4th-round pick, though, because we don't have one right now. So I do like picking up that 4th-round pick. So the Lions would have 2, 14, and the 4th-round pick. I don't like this trade. I still like value at the second round. I feel like you can get 3 starters. Even though you're going to get a better player at pick 14, I still think you're going to get a much better option regarding just getting the players who are standing pat. So I think of all the trades, the first one is the best one for me. I do like that trade, but the rest I'm not a big fan of. Let me know what you guys think of these trades. You guys want to make some money, go to chatsports.com/lionsbet. Bet US. Bet on the draft picks. Bet on Tigers baseball. Got the games going on here. NBA, that's what it's all about. If you put in promo code LIONS125, you get a 125% deposit bonus. And you're going to make some money, man. You don't have to bet a lot of money at all. I think that's a terrible idea, but $5 here and there, I have no problem. Again, LIONS125, make some money. Dan Campbell talked about positional value, that he doesn't care about positional value at the number 2 pick. That has a wide variety of ideas that comes to mind. First off, safety, Kyle Hamilton. A lot of people say you can't draft him because of positional value. Well, if you're Dan Campbell, you don't care. But with that said, do you actually believe that Dan Campbell's speaking the truth? This is the time to lie. This is the time to smoke. This is the time to just put everything out there. Now, we've talked about the positional value many times in this channel. We talked about how Brad Holmes is throwing in there not needing a quarterback. Same with Dan Campbell. Do you believe everything that they're saying? I'm not going to believe it until I see it. I do think that Dan Campbell probably doesn't really care about positional value. I still think that the Detroit Lions are likely to select the edge, whether it be Kayvon Thibodeaux, I think that's the pick, or a Trayvon Walker, or potentially trade down. I just don't feel that they're going to go safety at that position. But I actually agree with him with the concept. I'm not a fan of you have to do said player from said pick. I think that you just go best player available approach in any draft. There could be a player that's, you could get a generational player just because they're, of a position you generally don't take early on. You don't want to miss out on that player. So that's the thought I'm thinking in. Do I think Kyle Hamilton's a generational player? Probably. I think he's a really good safety. I don't know about generational player. Generational player, we're talking about the biggest names of all time, like Joe Thomas, a generational player. You talk about Ed Reed, generational player. I think those are a type of generational players. Really hard to get that, on Aaron Rodgers for me to say that right now. And there's a plenty of edges the Lions could look at, even quarterback if they wanted to go that route. In the upcoming videos, we do got the One Pride podcast on my channel every single Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Videos dropping every single day, so you don't want to not hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest news regarding our Detroit Lions. Follow me on social media sites, Twitter, MicroMike85, Facebook. I generally don't communicate a whole lot on Facebook. I just post videos. And you can find me on Lions Nation Unite app at MicroMike, dropping content on there as well. With that said, folks, adios.